Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to an overview of the week beginning March 29th, 2020. This week in financial statement analysis, and this is for the 2:30 p.m. class. What do we have going on this week? One, we have a quiz on March 31st, and it's available between 12:01 a.m. and 11:59. Some key things to think about. Once you start, you must finish. I would allow perhaps an hour or two to finish. Don't cut yourself short. Check your work. Make sure you've answered the question fully and completely. When we look at financial statement analysis, everything we do builds on itself. It's an all-encompassing process. So the quiz is going to be based on everything that we've learned cumulatively. The detailed questions won't be necessarily on some of the earlier things we talked about, but it will be based and built up. You want to make sure you cover business combinations, topic 842, and IFRS, which have online lectures, as that will be on the quiz. Current issues will also be covered. So that's what you have to do on Tuesday, March 31st. On Thursday, April 2nd, at regular class time, we will have a real-time lecture on assumptions. The assumptions are very important because as we're developing the next step, we're preparing forecasts. From the forecast, we'll be valuing the company. And since the value of a company is its ability to generate cash in the future, we need to develop a series of assumptions. The assumptions will be for a bear case, BAU, and for a bull case. We're going to look at macro assumptions, such as the GDP growth. We're going to look at industry-specific assumptions we need to make. Then we need to look at the company itself. What assumptions do we need to make about the company? A lot of that comes down to what is the strategy the company wants to engage in, and we can make assumptions of and quantify the strategy that they want to engage in. Current issues presentations. You need to participate in real time or to watch recordings and comment at least 3 times. So that means we need to either be live for 3 of the presentations, or afterwards I'm going to record them as we go, and you can watch them and then comment on them, and the comments have to be substantive. You can't say great job. You can say that, but there's got to be other stuff after that. This week, we have a couple of presentations set up. We're going to do them on Blackboard and be recorded. Everyone is welcome to join in real time and participate in the discussion. You'll also, as I said, be able to review the recording and make comments. This week on Tuesday at 2:30, Jerry and John are going to talk about the empty palaces. On Thursday, April 2nd at 1, Kelly and Brandon are going to talk about cash is king, which in the current environment is probably a very timely topic. And on Thursday the 2nd, a little bit later in the afternoon, Natalie and Megan are going to talk to us about change. So these are the 3 that are lined up. Number you are set for the following week. And if you have not gotten a specific time, please let me know so we can put it on the calendar so everybody knows. We do want to clean all of this up before we get too far along. Application Project 3. What can you learn from Project 2? Well, you got to make sure you incorporate Project 1 and 2 into Project 3. It is a research report. Make sure you have a table of contents. Summary means summary, not everything. Some of you just took the raw data and you put it in. You didn't summarize it. So it's very important, if I commented on that, that you actually go back and summarize the work. Read what you write. Okay? Avoid the obvious in definitions. I know I can see the obvious, and the definitions I know. So will any other reader of the report. You want to be specific. Then you want to ask yourself, is this information useful? Will it help me understand what the company is doing, how they are performing, or is it just a nice to know? Next thing is, does the data support your comment? So you want to, after you write your comment, go back, look at the data and say, is that comment reflected in the data? How can you tie things together? So if you're looking at return on invested capital, how does that tie to ROE? How does that tie to DuPont? So we really need to tie things together in a positive way. Oftentimes we write something that begs us to go further. Okay, so go further. Read the question. If it spurs another question, then you should do that. Coming up week of April 5th, in addition to the presentations continuing, you're going to have submission of your valuation assumptions. That'll be due on Tuesday, April 7th, no later than 11:59 p.m. The instructions will go through this coming up Thursday. Now, I always, I like to play a little music. So the music I want to use is copyright, so I can't put it in this video and put it on YouTube. So what I'm asking you to do is to take 1 minute and 46 seconds, because that's what it'll take, and follow up by going to that music. If you have any questions, please let me know.